Good afternoon, everyone. How are you? I hope you are doing well. I hope you are studying well, right? So today we are going to start with a new unit, that is unit 2, and the first lesson of our unit is 2.1, that is vocation. So can anybody can tell me what is the meaning of vocation here? Can anybody have any guesses? What is vocation? Can you guess? Yes or no? Do you have dictionaries? You can go through the dictionaries or you can go through Google and you can see what is vocation, right? So you will get a complete meaning of what is vocation. So now I'm going to tell you about what is vocation here. See, what is vocation? A particular job or occupation that suits you. A particular job or occupation that suits you. So now, what is a job or an occupation? Right? What are the examples of job and occupation? I'll take an example what I am doing here, that is teaching. So teaching is my profession, right? So I am a teacher and teaching is my profession. So you can relate with someone that he is a businessman, business is his occupation. He is a policeman, he is an engineer, he is a doctor, he is a vendor, he is a hawker. So these are what? All types of what? Professions, correct. So this is what? Vocation. So you might also be having a desire to become someone. So can anybody tell me what are the desires you have? What do you want to become in future? What do you like? What suits you the most? Can anybody tell me? Right? So we can have an example of vocation. Example of profession, that is doctor, engineer, vendor, hawker, policeman, businessman, and shopkeeper. Correct? So these are all what? Examples of a profession like doctor, engineer, vendor, hawker, policeman, businessman, shopkeeper. So some might be very happy to know that if there is a shopkeeper who sells an ice cream, what he does? He sells ice cream and makes children happy. So whenever you can relate, so whenever there is a man, there is a vendor, when he comes to your house and he shouts and he rings a bell, so you can relate that the ice cream uncle has come. The ice cream uncle has come and you are very happy and you go here and there and you shout, "Mommy, mommy, I want ice cream, daddy, I want ice cream." So you can relate your childhood with this, correct? So the same thing refers in this lesson also, vocation. So I will read this lesson aloud. Please pay attention. When the gong sounds 10 in the morning, I walk to school by our lane. Every day I meet the hawker crying, "Bangles, crystal bangles." So here there is a child who hears a gong sound in the morning and walk to a lane. So he is going to his school in the lane. So there he hears a gong sound. So what is gong? What is gong? So gong is a flat metal bell ring to draw people attention. You might heard that bell sound in your childhood when someone comes to your house and he rings the bell, turn turn turn. Can you relate? So you can relate that there is an ice cream wala uncle who has come to your house. So you have his attention. He has your attention. So the same bell that uncle rings, gong gong. So why he rings that bell? Because he wants attention of people. Correct? So here he says there is nothing to hurry him on. There is no road he must take, no place he must go to, no time he must come home. I wish I were a hawker spending my day in the road crying, "Bangles, crystal bangles." So now the child thinks that there is nothing to him hurry, because the child thinks that the hawker who is selling bangles, he has no hurry, he is free. There is no road he must take. If he has to go here, he will go here. If he has to go there, he will go there. So there is no road he wants to take, or there is nothing which can stop him. No place he must go. No place he must go. If he sits in a place to sell bangles, he will sit there. People will come to him and will buy bangles from him. Alright, no time when he visit must go home. So there is no time he wants to come here. There is no time he wants to go there. He can come and go to work anytime, and he can go to his home anytime. So the boy thinks that the hawker who is selling bangles is very a free man. He is independent man. I wish I were a hawker, spending my day in the road trying bangles, crystal bangles. So the child thinks that he should be a hawker. He should become a hawker and spend his days like freely, going on the road and crying and shouting like this, bangles, crystal bangles. When at 4 in the afternoon I come back from the school, he thinks that in the evening at 4 o'clock when he comes to the school, he should shout like bangles, crystal bangles, because he feels joy. He feels joy that he is a free man, he is an independent man, he should go here and there shouting bangles, crystal bangles. Correct? So the next paragraph. I can see through the gate that how is the gardener digging the road. He does what he likes with his spade. He soils his clothes with dust. Nobody takes him to task. If he gets baked in the sun or gets wet. I wish I were a gardener digging away the garden with nobody to stop me from digging, just as it gets dark in the evening and my mother sends me to bed. So now he is at his house. He is looking from the gate outside, and there he sees a gardener who is digging and sowing plants. Understood? So he can see the gardener at the gate which is digging the ground. He does what he likes with the spade. So the gardener, he does what he likes. If he has to dig here, he will dig here. If he has to dig there, he can dig there. He can do whatever he wants, whatever he likes. He soils his clothes with the dust. The gardener, while working, his clothes are dirty. He is doing anything which he never cares of. His clothes are dirty, his hands are dirty, and he is not worried. Right? Nobody takes him to task. Nobody tells him do this, do that. He is a free man, he is an independent man, and he does his work with great effectiveness and spirituality, right? If he gets baked in the sun or gets wet. So the gardener, while gardening, he used to water the plants. He himself sometimes get wet. He himself sometimes get baked in the sun. So there is nobody to disturb him. There is nobody to tell him that you come in the house, stay well, your clothes are dirty, do this, you are getting wet, remove your clothes, change your clothes. So there is no one. He is an independent man. This is the ideology of the child. Correct? This is the ideology of the child. I wish I were a gardener digging away the garden with nobody to stop me from digging. So now the child has different ideas. First, he wanted to be a hawker who sells bangles at the road, shouting loudly, bangles, crystal bangles. But now, when he saw the gardener, correct? When he saw the gardener, his thinking has changed. Now he wants to become a gardener, and he want to dig in the garden anywhere he want to, and he want nobody to stop him from digging. He want to be a free man who can dig here and there is no one to stop him. Just as it darks in the evening, and my mother sends me to bed. And when day is dark, when he is completely wet, when he is completely dirty, then when day is dark, he wants to go home and sleep. Understood? Now, I can see through my open window the watchman walking up and down. Now he can see through the window. Now he is at home. There is night. Now it's night time, right? He is at home at his bedroom. Now he is seeing. Now I can see through my open window the watchman walking up and down. Now he is looking outside his window and he can see a watchman. He can see a watchman who is going up and down. The lane is dark and lonely, and the street lamp stands like a giant with one red eye in its hand. Now he can see the road, he can see the lane. That is an empty road. Correct? That is an empty road. And the street lamp. Have you seen the street lamp there? The orange lights. It sees like there is there is everywhere there is darkness and there is a small light which shines alone. It looks like the eye of the giant. It looks like the eye of the red giant head. The watchman swings his lantern and walks with his shadow on the side, and never once goes to bed in his life. Now the watchman swings his lantern and walks with his shadow at his side, and never once goes to bed in his life. Now every time, every night when the child sees that watchman, he has a lantern in his hand and he walks like a free man. He walks here, he looks here, he walks there, he looks here, and he never goes to bed. Like the whole night he is awake. The whole night he is awake. The whole night he is awake and he looks here and there because he is the watchman and he has to look because of the security. I wish I were a watchman, walking the street all night, chasing the shadows with my lantern. So now what he thinks that he wants to be a watchman. So can you remember at the first time what he wanted to be? Yes, correct. He wanted to be a hawker who sells bangles here and there, shouting on the road, bangles, crystal bangles. Now when he has come home at evening 4 o'clock, he sees from his gate there is an old man digging his garden with his spade and he wants to be a gardener. And now at the night while he sees the watchman, he wants to be a watchman. So the desires, the thinking changes continuously because he feels that every job the other person does is very easy. But it's not the truth. No job is easy. Every job is hard. Everything that you do is hard. But the practice makes you perfect. So now this boy thinks that he wants to be a gardener sometimes. He wants to be a hawker sometimes. He wants to be a watchman sometimes. So his mentality and his ideology and thinking changes by time to time. So now this poem is written by Rabindranath Tagore. Do you understand this poem? Correct? Do you have any doubt about this poem? This is a freestyle poem, so there is no rhyming words or rhyming scheme here in this poem. So now we are going to take out some meanings of this poem. Let's see. One we have already done. Now take someone to task. Takes someone to task means scolds and correct. Scolds and correct. Take someone to task means scold and correct. Means you are doing something which is not good, which is not necessary, and your parents or your elders scolds you about it. They tell you that don't do this, do this. Don't do like this, do like this. So these are what? Scold and correct. Next, chasing shadows. Chasing shadows. So what is the meaning of chasing shadows? The meaning of chasing shadows is following an imaginary goal or target. Following an imaginary goal or target. So at the night while there is a street lamp and behind you can see your shadow. You will follow your shadow and your shadow will go forward. You cannot catch your shadow. Your shadow won't wait for you. While you walk, the shadow will go. It will be always in front of you or it will be always at the back side of you at the night. Correct? So these are what? Chasing shadows. So you can write these meanings in your notebook and you can learn it afterwards. Now we are going to do some questions and answers. Regarding this poem, we are going to do some question and answers. So we go to the first question. That is, what does the hawker advertise aloud? What The hawker advertise aloud. So can you tell me what does the hawker advertise aloud? So what is advertise? Means promoting something. So in the first paragraph, as we saw the hawker on the road crying, bangles, crystal bangles. So the answer of this question is the hawker advertised bangles, crystal bangles. He wanted to sell bangles, and he was shouting it aloud that bangles, crystal bangles, so that we should get the attention of the other people. Correct? Now question second. Who is scolded if he gets dirty? Who is scolded if he gets dirty? Now can you go through this poem here? Can you go through this poem? Can you see why who is getting dirty? Where is the dirty word situated? We'll see. We'll search here in the second paragraph. Yes. So now, who is scolded if he gets dirty? So now the gardener is getting dirty, but he is not getting scolded. Why? Because it's his job. He will do his job. So who is getting scolded here? This is the child. This is the child who is mentioned in this poem, that if he gets dirty, he would be scolded by his parents or his mother or his father. Correct? So the child is being gets scolded if he gets dirty. So the child gets scolded if he gets dirty. Understood? So you please write this question and answer, this two question and answer. You can copy this two question and answer, and then we'll go to the next question and answer. So please copy it. If you have any doubt regarding this poem, you can mention your comment there, and I will be there to reply you about your doubt. Understood? So please study carefully and revise this poem thoroughly. So are you writing this? Are you writing this? Okay. Done? So we'll go to the next question. Come on. Now we are going to go to the next question. That is our third question. We are going to our third question, that is, who accompanies the watchman? Question 3. Who accompanies the watchman? Who accompanies the watchman? So we go to the third paragraph. There we can see the watchman here. Correct? We can see the watchman. So who is accompanying? You can see a shadow behind that watchman. Can you see that shadow? Right. I wish the watchman swings his lantern and walks with his shadow at his side. So here in this paragraph, it is written that the watchman is walking with the shadow. Means the shadow is accompanied by the watchman. The watchman is accompanied by his shadow. we have done with the 3 question and answers, and now we are going to end this lesson. Now what you have to do is revise this poem properly and go through all these meanings and question answers. Thank you.